Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. This is Ashwin Ramani, your research analyst at SBI Securities. I hope I'm audible and I hope you are able to see my screen. If you all can give me a heads up in the chat box. अगर मेरी आवाज़ सुनाई दे रही है, स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो so that I know you all are with me live in the session. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes till people join in, and I think then we should be good to go with today's mid-market session. Yes, okay, perfect. Moti ji, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. दिखाई दे रहा है? Okay, perfect. Sudhakar ji, hi, good afternoon. What about others, guys? Others can also let me know. Irfan ji, hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ramkrishnan ji. We just wait for another 20-30 seconds and then we should be good to go. Shankaram ji, good morning. Animesh Shankar ji, hi, good afternoon, good morning. Great. स्क्रीन क्लियरिटी इज लो. सी आप यूट्यूब में जाके वहाँ पे आप देखना, आप एचडी करके देखना तो आई थिंक आपका शायद वो क्लियर हो जाएगा वहाँ पे. पता नहीं आपने कौन सा एनालिसिस की बात कर रहे हो आप. बदला जी आपका. Sheshadri ji, good morning, good afternoon. Shushmita ma'am. Okay, a slight disclaimer, guys. My head is kind of spinning since morning today, so I'm not really feeling well. But we'll kind of do the session. थोड़ा सा शायद हम लोग 5-10 मिनट question and answer session cut करेंगे. But if I'm feeling good, I'll try to ensure we'll do the question and answer session as well. So I'm kind of feeling dizzy and my head is kind of spinning since morning, but I will try to do the session as much as we could. Okay, so let us start off with today's mid market session. Yes, I'll talk about that, Modi. There will be definitely one webinar by the fundamental team on the budget day. Okay, if we look at, so let's start with an update on the global markets first. So S&P, if you look at the US markets, S&P 500, it closed 0.13% lower. Dow Jones closed 0.11%, while the Nasdaq closed 0.72% lower. So, I mean, there was some profit booking that was seen in Dow Jones and your Nasdaq, because if you see Microsoft, it fell around 10% in yesterday's trade. So that was post the weak guidance that was given in their operating profit. So that kind of weighed on the sentiment there in the US. If you look at Dow futures, Dow futures is down 0.64%. It's down 317 points. So it looks like we might be, heading for a negative start for the US markets today. If you look at the European markets, if you look at Germany cracked around 2% yesterday. London was up 0.17%. While France was up 0.06%. If you look at Eurostox index, that was down 0.5%. So barring Germany, which fell around 2%, the other three indices were relatively flat. If you look at the Asian markets, again, Kospi continues to remain in a strong uptrend. It's the only Asian index that is trading in the green. Hang Seng is down 2%. Nikkei is down 0.10%. Shanghai is down 0.89%. Nifty and Sensex, again, we are still not able to cross that 200-day EMA mark convincingly, though we are above that. But again, Nifty is down 120 points, Sensex is down 444 points. We are near about 25,300 in Nifty and 80 to 115 in Sensex. So last day before the budget, so budget will happen on Sunday. I'm not sure if we'll have a mid market on Sunday, but definitely there will be there'll be a detailed post budget webinar that our fundamental team will be taking in. But I'll confirm that if at all, because I'm pretty sure we'll all be busy with the budget until 12:30. I'm sure it will close by 12:30. But if we are doing it, we'll do the live session on Sunday as well. Not an issue. If you look at the macro indicators, if you look at dollar index, so dollar index post the trend line breakdown, it has kind of tumbled a lot. So from almost 99.2, it cracked around 4% here, and we are seeing some pullback in the dollar index. It's at around 96. The overall trend for dollar index is bearish, and I feel as long as we are below the 97.5 mark, the overall trend is likely to remain bearish here. If you look at dollar by rupee, we are still at the elevated levels. We are at 91.92, nearing the 92 mark here. I think any move about 92.1, 92.3, that could again put more pressure on our markets. US government bonds 10-year yield. So Fed has kept the interest rates steady, which has not gone well with the president of the United States. So yeah, I think he had also kind of put up a tweet yesterday saying Jerome too late Powell. I mean, it was all about the interest rates there. So he wanted lower interest rates for the United States, but the Fed has kind of kept the interest rates steady. So US government bonds 10-year yields has gone to 4.26%. So there is some slight pullback here. Ideally, the yield should go down. Else, we could see some money going to the US bond market. Apart from that, Japanese yields is kind of consolidating now since last 5-6 sessions. While if you look at the Indian 10-year bonds, again, post hitting the high of 6.72, it's kind of consolidating in a range here, 6.72. I think any move above 6.72, that could again put more pressure on equities because it's your bond markets which gets slightly attractive. If you look at crude oil, so it was only one of the commodities that was lagging behind. So even crude oil has now given a fresh breakout. This is actually a worrying sign for us because all this while, the crude oil was under control. But I think crude oil hit a high of $70 a barrel, and with dollar also at the elevated levels at around 92, and with the invoicing of crude being done in dollars, and if crude oil keeps going up from here, then I think chances are that our markets can feel that pinch. So all these while crude oil prices remained in a range, but with a fresh breakout now, I hope it stays within the $70 a barrel mark. I think any move above 70 or from the current levels here, that could put pressure on our economies. Clear. Now if we look at the macro indicators, sorry guys, just a second. Yeah, so if you look at the macro indicators here, so if you look at India VIX, so India VIX again, it's up around 3.5%. So expect your India VIX to be extremely volatile on Sunday. Your VIX can probably swing both sides, but I feel at the end of the day on Sunday, we'll have VIX going down because that is what the trend is usually seen on the budget days. VIX usually cools off. In a way, it's good that VIX is up around 3.5%. Uh, I think keep a watch on VIX now. I think the volatility will be extremely high as we move to the Sunday session. So adopt a wait and watch approach. Don't get too excited with the announcements here, and plan your trades better in case you are planning to trade on the budget day. Initially avoid करना, जब तक एक major announcement नहीं आता है तब तक initially avoid, especially during the speech time, avoid taking any aggressive trades there. And if you look at silver, so silver kind of it saw some profit booking from the high of 121. It has gone to 108, 109. So some kind of profit booking seen in silver. So like I've been saying, it's not very prudent to enter silver at these levels because it's at high levels here. You never know when profit booking can happen. If you're already holding silver ETF, silver Bs, I think keep trailing your stop loss, but it is not at all advisable to enter at these levels because the risk to reward is also not very favorable. If we look at gold, so gold again has also cracked from $5,600 an ounce. It has come to $5,164 an ounce here. So even gold has seen some profit booking. I think both gold and silver, I feel as long as it stays above its 20-day EMA, the overall trend is still positive. But if it kind of breaches below its 20-day EMA, then chances are that we might see some prolonged correction in silver and gold going forward. If you look at the FII positioning, so FIIs again, so last 2 days their activity has kind of become subdued. So they bought around 480 crores on the 28th of Jan and around 394 crores on the 29th of Jan. So again, they have been net sellers. If you see from the last 15 sessions, they have sold around 40,563 crores in the cash market. If you look at the long short ratio, that is also hovering in that 12 to 13% range now. So no signs of any strong short covering by the FIIs. So 12.6, 12.29, that is where the long short ratio is. So let's see, hopefully, if there is any good positive announcements in the budget as far as the FIIs are concerned. Let's see if FIIs come back to the Indian markets post the budget year. But for now, the overall sentiment is bearish as far as the FIIs are concerned. Now, if we look at Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Sensex, if we talk about the key levels here, so Nifty again, though it gave a strong closing above the 200-day EMA yesterday, but again, there is no strong follow-through move that we are seeing in the index. ये जो 20-day EMA is somewhere around 25,170. Ideally, Nifty should have been about 25,400, 25,500 at this point. बट वो फॉलो थ्रू मूवमेंट नहीं मिल रहा है. बट अगर आप वही देखोगे पिछले 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 सेशन से वही वो जो 200-day का जो रेंज है अराउंड 25,150, 25,300, in that whole 100-150 points range, that is where there is a cluster of candle formation here. So clearly indecision है. I think clearly ये जो प्राइस एक्शन बना है यहाँ पे पिछले 7 दिन से, वैसा लग रहा है कि even investors have gone into a wait and watch mode now ahead of the budget. But be prepared for an extremely big candle or a candle with a high upper wick and a high lower wick on Sunday. That could probably distort the whole chart structure on the budget day here, or it could be a very small candle relatively. It could turn out to be a non-event as well. As far as the levels are concerned, I feel the immediate support for Nifty lies in that 25,160 range. That is where the previous resistance has acted as a support for Nifty, and I think this level 25,160 that could act as an immediate support for Nifty. I think कितना भी आज हम levels की अगर हम बात करें, usually budget day में ये levels शायद ही आपको काम में आएंगे because of extreme high volatility on that day. But for now, I think 25,160, that is a strong support level for Nifty. On the upside, I feel immediate resistance is at 25,360. So till the time Nifty is between 25,350 or 25,150 in that 200 points range, the trend is likely to remain sideways. And today for the whole day, we have traded sideways only. There is no real movement in Nifty today. I think if we cross 25,350, 25,360, then I think the next resistance is around 25,460, 25,470. We could move 110, 120 points higher if we take out 25,350 here. So I think looks like, first of all, the gap needs to be filled out. So we could see Nifty opened on a weak note and it is yet to fill the gap here. So जब तक हम 25,400 का 25,412 का लेवल है, जब तक वो गैप फिल नहीं होता, तब तक आई फील looking at how Nifty is moving, we might end up closing the day relatively sideways here. If we look at Sensex, so let's look at the daily chart for Sensex. So Sensex में भी पिछले 3-4 दिनों से काफी strong indecision चल रहा है. So Sensex broke below its 200-day EMA, and since then it's been consolidating in a range. A very small. आज का अगर आप body देखोगे, candle देखोगे तो extremely small, and even Sensex, if you look at intraday, it's extremely choppy. There is no intraday momentum in Sensex here, but I feel immediate support. It has taken support around I would say a strong support will be around 82,050 zone. It took one support here, another support here, and it is slightly has gone up higher. But till the time it trades above 82,000, थोड़ा सा sideways to bullish bias रह सकता है. But on the upside, till it is below 82,400, chances are that it can continue to remain sideways. Any more above 82,400, I think that could push the prices higher towards 82,680, 82,700 in the short term. So sideways movement in both Sensex and Nifty. Very difficult to trade in intraday, especially if you are a ऑप्शन बायर हो इंट्राडे हो तो कुछ मोमेंटम नहीं है आज निफ्टी एंड सेंसेक्स में. If we look at bank nifty, so bank nifty again, it took support from its 100-day EMA और वहां से एक strong follow through देखने को मिला है. So there are some pockets of private banks that are doing well, and there are some pockets of PSUs also that are doing well currently. So bank nifty relatively it is performing better than your frontline indices, and most importantly bank nifty trades above its 20-day EMA. निफ्टी एंड सेंसेक्स तो अपने 200-डे ईएमए के आसपास ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, वेराज अगर हम बैंक निफ्टी की बात करें तो बैंक निफ्टी अपने 20-डे ईएमए के ऊपर है. भले ही आज का इंट्राडे मूवमेंट रिलेटिवली सबड्यूड है अगर हम देखेंगे. सो बैंक निफ्टी आल्सो ओपनड ऑन अ वीक नोट, but I feel for bank nifty 59,550, 59,600, that zone is a strong support zone for bank nifty. On the upside, 60,000 is a strong resistance. I feel जब तक हम 60,000 को पार नहीं कर देते हैं तब तक आज के दिन में शायद हम relatively sideways ही रहेंगे. But अगर 60,000 के ऊपर जाते हैं then chances are that we can see some strong momentum in bank nifty as well. Now, if you look at the heat map, so let's see which are the stocks that are in focus. So Axis Bank is up around 3% today. Eternal is doing well. That is up around 3%. ONGC is up 2.54%. Coal India continues to do well. We have seen Coal India recently. Coal India is up 2.6%. Tata Motors passenger vehicles, that is up around 3%. Tata Steel is up 4%. Hindalco is up 2.5%. So metal sector continues to do well. So metal, see, avoid fresh entries in the metal space. I think agar aapke paas already positions hai, to I would say just keep trailing your SL and just ride the trend. If you look at NTPC is up 2.9%. Adani Ports is up 2.6%. L&T is up 3.6%. So these are the stocks that are doing well. Now looking at the stocks that are relatively underperforming today from the Nifty pack, Maruti is down 2.5%. So clearly थोड़ा auto sector में थोड़ा सा weakness है अभी हाल ही में. Asian Paints 3.8% नीचे है. Indigo 2.7% नीचे है. Tata Consumer is down around 2.17% and TCS is down 1.74%. So अगर आप देखोगे, maybe there is some traction in the oil and gas space, but no support from the IT space, no support from BFSI, barring Axis and ICICI. Even SBI Life is down 2.7%. Metal is kind of supporting the markets. No support from auto, no support from FMCG, and no clear support from the top 5 heavyweights also. So clearly आप देख सकते हो एकदम इसी के कारण निफ्टी आज sideways भी है. If you look at the sectors that are strongly in focus ahead of the budget, so one is defense. So defense is up around 6.9% in the last 5 days. And आज के दिन में defense is one particular sector that is significantly outperforming. It's probably one of the best performing sectors for the day. A lot of stocks are kind of breaking out from their key levels. We'll discuss that in a bit. CPSE again, it's one of the sector that continues to remain in focus ahead of the budget. CPSE is up 5%, and your capital market stocks, that is up around 3% here. So India Defense up around 6.8%, CPSE is up 5%. Capital market is up around 3%. Metal again, it's up around 2.75% here. So these are the sectors where these are the sectors where the momentum and the strength is currently. Which are the sectors to avoid? Agar hum sectors to avoid ki baat kare, so tourism is down around 2%. Auto mein, like I said, there is weakness in the auto space, so that is down around 2% here. Healthcare is down 1.36%. सो फार्मा, हेल्थ केयर, ऑटो, टूरिज्म, ये ऐसे सेक्टर्स है जहाँ पे फिलहाल के लिए मोमेंटम कम नजर आ रहा है. नाउ अगर हम आरआरजी की बात करें, सो लेट्स सी हाउ दी सेक्टर्स आर मूविंग इन द आरआरजी ग्राफ. सो क्लियरली आप देख सकते हो, लुक एट द हेड्स दैट आर पॉइंटिंग अपवर्ड्स. सीपीएसई क्लियरली इट्स इन द लीडिंग क्वाड्रेंट. सो क्लियरली सीपीएसई स्टॉक्स यहाँ पे फोकस में है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, थोड़ा सा मेटल ने यहाँ पे यू टर्न लिया है. देयर आर अगेन सर्टेन पॉकेट्स ऑफ मेटल दैट आर डूइंग वेल. पीएसयू बैंक ने भी यहाँ से थोड़ा सा यू टर्न ले लिया हुआ है. सो थोड़ा सा आपका स्ट्रेंथ कम होते हुए नजर आ रहा है पीएसयू एंड मेटल में, बट सीपीएसई में स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ते हुए नजर आ रहा है आपका. पीएसई में भी अगर आप देखोगे फ्रॉम वीकनिंग क्वाड्रेंट इट इज मूविंग टू दी लैगिंग क्वाड्रेंट. कमोडिटीज भी अपना मुंडी थोड़ा नीचे कर लिया है यहाँ पे. फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज इज फ्लैट, प्राइवेट बैंक थोड़ा फ्लैट है, निफ्टी बैंक भी फ्लैट है, आईटी भी फ्लैट है. So if I have to pick out two sectors, one would be CPSE, the other one would be PSE. These are the two sectors that is in the leading quadrant here. If I look at the weakening quadrant, so manufacturing is in the weakening quadrant, so avoid manufacturing space. You can see there are a lot of stocks in the lagging quadrant. Lagging matlab strength bhi nahi hai, momentum bhi nahi hai. Realty continues to be in the lagging quadrant. Consumer durables is one of the sectors that is in the lagging quadrant here. ऑटो अगर आप देखोगे वीकनिंग से लैगिंग आ रहा है, सो क्लियरली अभी ऑटो में स्ट्रेंथ भी नहीं है, मोमेंटम भी नहीं है. हेल्थ केयर भी लैगिंग क्वाड्रेंट में, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लैगिंग क्वाड्रेंट में. इफ यू लुक एट फार्मा, मीडिया, even these two sectors are in the lagging quadrant here. So CPSE and PSE, focus on these two sectors, guys. I feel these are the couple of sectors that are doing well. Oil and gas is seeing some improvement from lagging. It has moved to the improving quadrant here. जैसे हमने देखा अभी ऑयल इंडिया, ओएनजीसी, भले रिलायंस अभी तक परफॉर्म नहीं किया ऑयल एंड गैस में, बट सम ऑफ द अदर काउंटर्स फ्रॉम द ऑयल एंड गैस आर डूइंग वेल. So which are the sectors that can do well? So I can only figure out three sectors here in particular. That will be your CPSE, PSE, and your oil and gas. So these are the three sectors that can be in focus. Almost all the other sectors where अभी फिलहाल के लिए strength momentum नहीं है. If we look at, so now we have looked at the sectors. Just a second. And now we look at the stocks that belongs to these sectors here. So the first stock, the first sector that I want to talk about is your defense space. So if I look at defense by Nifty ratio chart, 2 दिन पहले हमें यहाँ पे एक ब्रेकआउट मिला था डिफेंस में. देन इट काइंड ऑफ आज फिर से एक फॉलो थ्रू मूवमेंट ऐसा आते हुए नजर आ रहा है डिफेंस में. सो डिफेंस अगेन इट फॉर्म्स पार्ट ऑफ योर अलग से इंडेक्स है, बट अगेन इट आई थिंक अपार्ट फ्रॉम सीपीएसई, पीएससी, ऑयल एंड गैस, डिफेंस इज वन अनदर सेक्टर that is doing well. Now couple of stocks from the defense space, I feel Emta Tech. So Emta Tech, it has broken out of its previous resistance of 2713, 2710, 2720. ये एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस था और आज एक ब्रेकआउट मिला है सपोर्टेड बाय वॉल्यूम स्पाइक. So as long as Emta Tech remains about 2700, the overall trend is likely to remain positive. Apart from that, GRSE अगर हम बात करें, just a second, let me look at GRSE. Okay, if I look at GRSE, so there is a double bottom, neckline breakout. So this is where your double bottom was. This is where your neckline is. So हमें एक double bottom neckline breakout मिला है Garden Reach shipbuilders में. That is your GRSE. So it's very important that it sustains about 2580. Now अगर हम measured rule के हिसाब से अगर target निकाले, so we measure the distance from this high to this low to this high and we keep it here. एंड अगर मोमेंटम आया तो हो सकता है जीआरएसई कैन मूव टुवर्ड्स 2970, 2980 लेवल्स इन दी शॉर्ट टर्म. सो ये टारगेट हम कैसे निकालते हैं, एक मेजर्ड रूल होता है. वो मेजर्ड रूल के हिसाब से वी टेक द टारगेट हियर. आज के कॉन्सेप्ट में वी आई विल शो यू व्हाट इज दिस मेजर्ड रूल. देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, इवन मिदानी, अगर हम मिदानी देखोगे, ये कल ब्रेकआउट दिया था मिदानी में. इट वाज आल्सो कंसोलिडेटिंग इन अ रेंज and it has relatively seeing some profit booking today, but any strong move above 388, 390 is likely to push the prices even higher. So keep an eye on Midani. So Midani, Emtatech, GRSE from the defense space are looking good. A couple of even PSU banks, a couple of some pockets of PSU banks are doing well. So you can look at PSU bank by Nifty's ratio chart. It's in a steady uptrend. अगर हम इंडियन बैंक देखें, so clearly Indian Bank has given a fresh breakout. Previous two times ये 895 900 एक strong resistance था. यहाँ पे आज हमें एक breakout मिला है. So as long as it sustains above 900, Indian Bank is likely to move up higher. Apart from that, even Union Bank also post the breakout, it gave a retest to that 173 175 zone, and again it has started to move higher. So as long as Union Bank holds above 172 173, the overall trend is likely to be positive. Apart from that, private banks, so some pockets of private banks are also doing well. So Axis Bank again, post the breakout here, it has given a strong follow through move. So around it's at 1370 now. So as long as it trades above 1310 1320, the overall structure looks positive for Axis Bank, and it can continue its up move higher. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, इवन बंधन बैंक अगर हम देखेंगे, सो बंधन बैंक में भी आप बोल सकते हो ये इसका प्रीवियस रेजिस्टेंस था, एंड इट्स काइंड ऑफ ब्रेकिंग अबव इट्स प्रीवियस हाई. So we need a strong closing above 153 155. I think if we get a strong close above 153 155, chances are that Bandhan Bank can move towards 159 160 levels in the short term. And the last stock that I want to talk about is Navin Fluorine. अगर हम Navin Fluorine की बात करें, so Navin Fluorine has taken resistance multiple times here. So there was resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, resistance 4, resistance 5. So it's somewhere around 6,200 175 6,200. I think if we break above 6,200, then chances are that we could see a fresh leg of rally in Navin Fluorine here. बस ये level का breakout चाहिए. I think once we get that, and अगर कुछ push आता है for your Navin Fluorine, I think it's part of your chemicals. Agar any related news around chemicals, I think that could be positive for Navin Fluorine here. So that was about the sectors and stocks. Now talking about the concept of the day. So आज हम लोग मैं आपको बताता हूँ एक पैटर्न के बारे में, क्योंकि आज हमने वो पैटर्न भी देखा है GRSE में. So there is something called as a double bottom pattern. Double bottom पैटर्न क्या होता है कि मान लो एक स्टॉक है ऐसे गिर रहा है, एंड एक स्टॉक ने एक लो बनाया यहाँ पे, and again the price has gone up, it has gone up here, and again वहां से वो नीचे आ जाता है, एंड वही लेवल नहीं, बट इट डजंट हैव टू बी इन द सेम लेवल ईयर. थोड़ा ऊपर हो सकता है, थोड़ा नीचे हो सकता है, बट वो एक जोन में रहना चाहिए. इट हैज मेड अनदर लो ईयर. तो आप देख सकते हो आपका फर्स्ट बॉटम यहाँ पे बना, आपका सेकेंड बॉटम यहाँ पे बना. अब ये जो बीच वाला पॉइंट है ना, इसको ये जो दिस सेंटर पॉइंट, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज योर नेकलाइन. इसको हम बोलते हैं नेकलाइन, मतलब गला है. नेकलाइन, दैट इज अवर नेकलाइन हियर. दिस इज अवर बॉटम 1 एंड दिस इज अवर बॉटम 2. ये आपका बॉटम 1 और ये आपका बॉटम 2. इसके लिए हम लोग इसको बोलते हैं डबल बॉटम, मतलब दो बार बॉटम बना है एक ही रेंज में, उसको हम बोलते हैं डबल बॉटम. नाउ व्हेन द प्राइस स्टार्ट्स मूविंग अप हायर अगेन, फिर से ऊपर जाता है यहाँ से, एंड व्हेन इट गिव्स अ नेकलाइन ब्रेकआउट, जब भी आपका नेकलाइन का ब्रेकआउट मिलता है, तब हम यहाँ पे आपका जो डबल बॉटम पैटर्न है वो कंफर्म होता है. यहाँ पे डबल बॉटम बनता है, बट आपका डबल बॉटम जब भी नेकलाइन ब्रेकआउट होता है तब जाके ये कंफर्म होता है. सो यही हमने GRSE में देखा था. अब जब ये डबल बॉटम पैटर्न कंफर्म होता है ना, देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज मेजर्ड रूल. आप टारगेट्स निकाल सकते हो कि क्या अपसाइड पोटेंशियल लगता है ना, उसको हम बोलते हैं मेजर्ड रूल. तो मेजर्ड रूल में क्या करते हैं, ये जो नेकलाइन है, लेट मी टेक अ डिफरेंट कलर, ये नेकलाइन और ये जो बॉटम है ना, इसका डिस्टेंस पहला हम मापते, एक ट्रेंड लाइन लगाते, ये जो नेकलाइन से और ये जो बॉटम का डिस्टेंस क्या है वो हम देखते हैं, एंड देन वी टेक द सेम डिस्टेंस एंड वी विल कीप इट हियर एट दिस नेकलाइन हियर, एंड उसको हम देखते हैं कि ऊपर कहाँ तक इसका टारगेट है. सो दिस इज यूजुअली द टारगेट फॉर double bottom neckline breakouts. Now to explain you with the help of a chart, जैसे हमने GRSE में देखा, यहाँ पे अगर आप GRSE देखोगे, there was a double bottom here. ये देखो यहाँ पे एक let me take a brush. So there was this double bottom, एक double bottom था, ये आपका neckline था, और आज हमें एक नेकलाइन का ब्रेकआउट भी मिला है. So how do we measure the rule? जैसे हमने यहाँ पे बताया मैंने आपको, just a second. So I'll remove this. So first मुझे क्या करना है, ये जो नेकलाइन से लेके जो बॉटम है उसका डिस्टेंस मापना है. तो मुझे एक लाइन मिलेगा, वही लाइन को लेके आई वांट टू कीप इट एट द लो ऑफ नेकलाइन हियर एंड आई विल गेट. सो ये जो टारगेट है 2970, so that is the double bottom neckline measured rule target for garden reach here. So this is how your double bottom patterns का आप targets निकाल सकते हो. ठीक है, so I hope this concept was clear and that was about today's bid market session. I hope it was informative and now let us start off with our Q&A. If you have any queries, any doubts, do let me know in the chat box and I'll be happy to answer them. सोनू जी क्या पूछ रहे हैं, हिंजिंग आप ट्रेल कर सकते हो. एक काम करना, हिंजिंग को व्हाट प्राइस, 696, आई थिंक 635 तक आप होल्ड करना. ये अभी आप फिलहाल तो 20 डे ईएमए के नीचे है. लेट्स सी आज ये क्लोजिंग कहाँ पे देता है, बट फिलहाल के लिए कंसिडर 635 एज एन एसएल. मेटल स्टॉक्स में थोड़ा प्रॉफिट बुकिंग आया है. वेदांता अगेन आप 670 तक आप होल्ड कर सकते हो. आपने 513 में लिया है, राइट? सो डू वन थिंग, वेदांता में 670 में आप ट्रेल कर सकते हो. प्रवीण जी, वोडाफोन आइडिया यू आर सेइंग, ओके, आई वुड से स्टे अवे फ्रॉम दिस स्टॉक. See, because some days it will give you a candle like this, other days it will give you a candle like this here. So Vodafone Idea, I think 9.7, I think आपके पास ऑलरेडी है, तो आप 9.710 के आसपास आप एसएल को आप रख सकते हो. सर बजट का निफ्टी का व्यू बताओ. श्रवण जी, प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, मैं बजट का आपको लेवल्स तो मैं आपको बता दूंगा, बट बजट में ना कोई लेवल्स रेस्पेक्ट नहीं करेगा. अभी आज मान लो बजट में 25,280, आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, वी देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल आपको बोलेंगे कि बजट में ये लेवल हो सकता है, वो लेवल हो सकता है, बट ट्रस्ट मी, बजट के दिन कुछ लेवल्स काम में नहीं आता. सो यू जस्ट गो बाय व्हाट निफ्टी सेज. राइट नाउ इट्स एट 25,280. मैं आपको अभी बोल दूंगा कि मुझे लग रहा है कि अभी 25,500 एक रेजिस्टेंस है और नीचे 25,000 एक सपोर्ट है. हो सकता है सीधा हम 300 पॉइंट ऊपर खुले या इंट्राडे में हम 300 पॉइंट नीचे जाए. सो बजट के बाद हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ से क्या लग रहा है निफ्टी में, rather than telling what can be the levels for Nifty now, because it will be extremely difficult to predict. Chances are that मेरा अगर मैं कुछ बोलूं तो भी वो हो सकता है वो गलत ही हो जाए यहाँ पे. But for now I feel looking at where Nifty is, I feel 25,460, that's where the resistance is. Downside 25,160, that's where the support is. No problem, Sudhakar ji. I can, I think, continue. It's a matter of another 10 minutes. See, avoid buying in gold and silver. I think that is what I would say. अभी सिल्वर आप गोल्ड में एंटर मत करना. अगर आपके पास ऑलरेडी है तो आप अपना थोड़ा एसएल ट्रेल करके रख सकते हो, बिकॉज क्लियरली आज एक प्रॉफिट बुकिंग आया है, बट आई वुडेंट एडवाइज यू टू गेट इनटू silver here, because the risk to reward is not very favorable and it's not advisable to enter at these levels. So clearly avoid silver and gold at this point. Prajna ji is asking for Mazgao Dock. Mazgao Dock, see, it's good, but wait for a breakout about 2,640, 2,650. I think if we get a breakout about 2640, 2650, then chances are that we can expect price to move higher, but there is definitely some traction that is building up in Mazgao Dock here. Lupin, see, pharma stocks में अभी भी अंडर परफॉर्मेंस है शेषाद्री जी. फार्मा स्टॉक्स अभी भी थोड़े अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, बट आई फील पर्टिकुलरली फॉर लुपिन इट नीड्स टू मूव अबाउ 2,150, 2,160 सक्सेसफुली, बिकॉज जब तक वो इसके ऊपर नहीं आता तब तक, और आई थिंक इवन मोर देन दैट, आई फील लुपिन नीड्स टू क्रॉस 2,220, 2,225. So that is what it is for Lupin. Sumit ji, yes sir, as per seasonality, Voltas usually goes up in the month of February. Please provide your analysis. Voltas, see, फिलहाल के लिए it is somewhere in its strong support zone now, which is somewhere around 1280. So it needs to hold about 1280. But if it falls below 1280, then I feel the next support lies around 1190 because that is where the previous low is. आज वही लेवल से एक बाउंस आया देखो 1280 से, सो अभी 1317 है तो 1280 होल्ड करना चाहिए. दैट विल बी योर इमीडिएट एसएल फॉर वोल्टास. एलजी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, इफ यू लुक एट एलजी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, सी भले ही थोड़ा पुल बैक आया बट स्टिल कांट कॉल इट एज अ ट्रेंड रिवर्सल. अच्छू जी, अगर आपके पास ऑलरेडी है होल्ड कर रहा, ठीक है, मैं क्या बोल सकता हूँ यहाँ पे. आई थिंक यू कैन, वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू से इसमें अब क्या व्यू बनाए. ठीक है, अगर आप होल्ड कर रहे हो तो मे बी 1390 का एसएल रख के आप होल्ड कर सकते हो फिलहाल के लिए. सी क्लियरली इसका स्ट्रक्चर डाउन है. मुझे लगता है जब तक हम ये वाला जो जोन है ना 1500, जब तक आप 1500 पार नहीं करते तब तक शायद इसका ट्रेंड थोड़ा सा बेरिश रह सकता है. भले ही पुल बैक आए बट इसको जब तक 1500 क्रॉस नहीं करते उसको आप ट्रेंड रिवर्सल नहीं बोल सकते हैं तब तक. बीएचईएल, सी मैं आज आपको सबको व्यूज तो बोल रहा हूँ हर एक स्टॉक का, बट संडे को ना कुछ भी हो सकता है ये कैंडल, बिकॉज संडे को कुछ आपका सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस काम में नहीं आने वाला है. विल आई बी लाइक फ्रैंकली वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद यू. भले आज के मार्केट में हम लेवल्स देख सकते हैं बिकॉज अभी तक बजट हुआ नहीं है. बिकॉज एनीथिंग कैन हैपन. आई मीन अगर पॉजिटिव न्यूज भी अगर आए तो पीपल कैन परसीव इट नेगेटिवली, अगर कुछ नेगेटिव न्यूज भी आए तो पीपल कैन परसीव इट पॉजिटिवली एज वेल. तो समझ लो कि बजट में आपको ऐसा कैंडल देखने को मिल सकता है. देयर विल बी अ स्मॉल कैंडल लाइक दिस, देयर विल बी विक्स लाइक दिस एंड देयर विल बी विक्स लाइक दिस हियर, सिंपल. या एक बड़ा सा बेरिश कैंडल बनेगा या एकदम से ऐसा छोटा कैंडल बनेगा यार. सो बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर ऑल द सिनेरियोज ऑन द बजट डे. So budget day, election day, ऐसे दिन में your none of your support and resistance kind of works here, to be very honest. डिक्सन अवॉइड कर रहा. सी भले ही आज सी ओवरऑल ट्रेंड इसका अभी भी नीचे ही है. आई फील जब तक हम ये 20 डे ये में पार नहीं कर देते, दैट इज 11,100, टिल द टाइम वी आर बिलो दिस लेवल, बेटर टू अवॉइड डिक्सन. JWL, Jupiter Wagons, for Jupiter Wagons, I think ये level important है. 345, 350, that's a strong resistance level for Jupiter Wagons. I think if we go above 350, then we can kind of move up. Avoid Voltas, Blue Star as industry is undergoing. I think there is some pain in that industry for quite some time now. Aeroflex, again pullback, but still can't call it as a trend reversal. I feel it's better to avoid Aeroflex for now. Not a great chart structure. Canara Bank, I mean थोड़ा सा उसमें नीचे आया है कैनरा बैंक. मुझे आई थिंक सचिन जी अगर है तो सचिन जी का ये फेवरेट सेटअप है. So the price has made a higher high here, and RSI has kind of made a lower high, and you can see there is a trend line breakdown here as well. अगर ये इसके नीचे क्लोज होता है कैनरा बैंक, if it closes below 150, so there is an RSI negative divergence and a trend line breakdown here, and we have seen a lot of cases where when this happens, ideally the stock falls. And हो भी सकता है because I think this could be a good reversal, because see PSU banks have already run up a lot already. Canara Bank, Union Bank, ये सारे stocks एकदम ऊपर चले गए. So अगर यहाँ पे sellers थोड़ा सा aggressively अगर एक short build-up आता है, aggressive candle बनता है, and आज देखो ये वॉल्यूम के साथ आज एक ब्रेकडाउन मिला है. RSI भी फॉलिंग मोड में, DI माइनस इज क्रॉसिंग ओवर DI प्लस हियर, एंड MACD लाइन इज मूविंग डाउन. सो आई थिंक बेटर टू एग्जिट कैनरा बैंक. अगर आपके पास है तो आई थिंक एग्जिट कर देना और अवॉइड फ्रेश बाय एट दिस पॉइंट. ITC, I think Harish ji, see ITC for a long term it's very good. But on the charts, I would say nothing has improved on the charts here. I hope there is no negative announcements in the budget, considering the fact that the stock is already being butchered here. So we'll have to wait and see if there is any positive trigger for ITC in the budget. I don't think कुछ होगा, but see for a long term अगर relatively small position है तो you can continue to hold. I think इसका अगर मैं major support की बात करूँ, that is around 305. So as long as it stays above 305, you can continue to hold. मौलिक जी, मुझे कंफर्म नहीं है लाइव होगा कि नहीं. कैसे मैं पता करूँ? मुझे एक बार आई नीड टू हैव अ वर्ड विथ माय टीम एज वेल. अगर लाइव होगा तो मैं सुबह ही मैं आपको लिंक दिख जाएगा यूट्यूब में, अगर लाइव होगा तो उस दिन. See, because I think the finance minister will start her speech at 11 a.m. sharp, and usually 12:15 12:30 तक उनका स्पीच खत्म होता है, and I'm pretty sure आपका भी फोकस उस दिन बजट पे ही होगा. And then the team starts working, we take the news, we try to relate it with sectors and stocks, and usually on that day around 4 o'clock there'll be a budget session by the fundamental team. तो पूरा बजट को कवर करेंगे. सो मिड मार्केट उस दिन शायद नहीं हो सकता है, हो भी सकता है, मैं अभी कुछ फिलहाल बोल नहीं सकता. अगर होगा तो आपको यूट्यूब में लिंक दिख जाएगा बाय 11 o'clock on that day. सो चेक द यूट्यूब लिंक फॉर दैट मैटर, या अगर आप टेलीग्राम में फॉलो करते हो तो मैं वहाँ पे भी लिंक शेयर करता हूँ, तो वहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा लिंक. अगर नहीं होगा तो हम फिर मंडे को कर लेंगे, बट देयर विल बी अ स्पेशल बजट सेशन बाय द फंडामेंटल टीम. We'll be covering all the budget related announcements in that, so that will be the important webinar for that particular day, because उस दिन हमें वो बजट का बारे में जानना काफी important बन जाता है. ठीक है, so I guess that's all from today's session, guys. I hope it was informative. And if you find these sessions valuable, do share it with your friends, families, and relatives, guys. Until then, bye, guys. Take care. If we are meeting on Sunday, you will come to know on YouTube. बहुत ही कम काम करेगा टेक्निकल एनालिसिस उस दिन. थैंक यू सुधाकर जी. If we meeting, you will get the link by 11 o'clock. If not, I think आपको link नहीं दिखेगा उस दिन. And but budget session, keep an eye on that. We'll definitely have a budget session by the fundamental team. Take care. Bye, guys. Take care and stay safe. And I'll see you all very soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye. And hopefully it's a good budget this time. Let's see. Fingers crossed.